Kohl Children's Museum presents Home Zone, learning experiences you can do at home.
Hi everyone, I'm Alex, and today we're going to read Sewing the Rainbow, the story of Gilbert Baker and the Rainbow Flag by Gayle E. Pitman, illustrated by Holly Clifton Brown. Sewing the Rainbow. In a small town in Kansas where everything was gray and dull and flat, there was a little boy who was full of color and sparkle and glitter. His name was Gilbert. Hi, Gilbert. Gilbert loved visiting his grandmother's clothing store. He'd sit next to her while she sewed and drew beautiful gowns and costumes. Gilbert dreamed of someday bringing these drawings to life. But one day, his father took away his art supplies and tore up his drawings. That is not nice. Surrounded by building blocks and erector sets and sports gear and slingshots, Gilbert's colorful, sparkly, glittery personality started to fade, and he too became gray and dull and flat, just like the Kansas landscape. So sad. When I grow up, he dreamed, I'll go somewhere that's filled with color. The day Gilbert arrived in San Francisco, he saw magic. Instead of the gray, dull, flat landscape of Kansas, there were rolling green hills, the shimmering blue bay, and a cool white fog wafting over the Golden Gate Bridge. Gilbert was home. Finally, he could breathe. He could be his colorful, sparkly, glittery self. Look how happy Gilbert is. He thought about his grandmother's clothing store. He thought about the drawings his father tore up. And he realized he wanted all of that back. So Gilbert taught himself to sew, and he created fabulous costumes just like the ones he drew when he was a little boy. Word got around. He sewed regalia for Mama Jose and her imperial court. He sewed costumes for famous singers like Sylvester. He sewed banners for protest marches and rallies. Gilbert's creations were everywhere. He was making the city more and more colorful by the day. Look, love, not hate. Look at all the banners he made. So colorful. There was just one thing that continued to blemish their beautiful city. It was a symbol that, in Gilbert's community, was a constant reminder of evil. When we need a new logo, his friend Harvey said to him one day, and Gilbert got an idea. What do you think his idea is? He bought huge bolts of cotton fabric, buckets of dye, and a lot of thread. Then he gathered up all his friends and got to work. They cut the fabric into long strips, dyed them in big trash cans, then headed to the local laundromat to rinse and dry the strips. They ironed the creases so the fabric was nice and smooth. Then Gilbert began to sew. They worked until dawn. By the time the sun rose, Gilbert and his friends had created 2 beautiful rainbow flags. But their work wasn't over. A flag belongs in the wind, Gilbert said. The big day arrived. A crowd gathered around City Hall. Gilbert held his breath. Would people understand his flag? Up they went. The flags unfurled, flooding the sky with a spectrum of colors. The city radiated with color and sparkle and glitter. The crowd lit up like gold at the end of a rainbow. Look at all the colors. Today, the rainbow flag is everywhere, even in the small town in Kansas where Gilbert grew up. Wherever you see a rainbow flag, you'll know that it's okay to be your colorful, sparkly, and glittery self. Thanks to Gilbert. The end. So an activity that you can do at home is you can design your own flag. So you can use a piece of paper and some color pencils or crayons or paint, and you can design your own flag to make it any way that you want. You can do the rainbow. You can do a smiley face. And you can even hang your flag outside your room so that everyone knows it's your flag in your room, or you can even put it on the fridge because everyone knows that it's your fridge and your food.